It's been almost 10 years since stand-up paddle surfing was introduced to the general public. Thousands of people are still learning the benefits of paddling on water. But now you don't need water to enjoy stand-up paddling. Today we meet Hammerhead paddle skateboard inventor Scott Harris in this week's edition of Reck on the Road.
The abundance of pavement is a good thing. You throw it in your trunk, drop it on the pavement, and you ride around just like you're out in the water, having a big old time.
Hammerhead.
My name's Scott Harris, born and raised in the Norfolk, Virginia Beach area. Been surfing since I was 10. Did some skateboarding as a teenager, but the stand-up paddling really is what has drawn me back into the water. As you get older, parts of your body break down. Shoulder arthritis wouldn't allow me to lay down surf anymore. So I found stand-up paddling and it really has changed the way I look at things. In Virginia Beach, a lot of times you don't have the opportunity to paddle in the water, wind, temperature, those sorts of things. So I came up with an idea a few years ago to use a longboard skateboard to paddle on land. The problem with that was the original skateboard that I used was a conventional longboard skateboard where the wheels protrude out past the edge of the deck. If you run the paddle into an exposed wheel, you end up falling, scraping, hurting yourself. So I came up with this idea of a protective nose which will shed the paddle away from the wheels and prevent you from having that paddle wheel bite. All right, now we want to adjust this to your proper height. Watch your hand. You are all the way down at the bottom. The Hammerhead name comes from the design template of the board. As you can see, it resembles a hammerhead. Put your front foot on, put your back foot on, give her a push. Watch out for the dogs. Yeah, now start pushing with the pole. Stand-up skateboarding allows you to simulate in-water paddleboarding even when the conditions might not be ideal. As you know, it takes a little bit of work to get in the water with a paddleboard. Paddleboards are large. This time of year you have to put a wetsuit on. There you go, heels, there you go. The benefits physically of the Hammerhead are to most similarly replicate the muscle memory that you use while you're paddling. So any muscular benefit that you would get from paddleboarding, those same muscles are being used to operate the Hammerhead. There is so much pavement out there, it's unbelievable. When I first started paddleboarding, probably you had the same experience. Whenever you see a body of water, first thing you think of is, oh, hey, I wonder where that goes. I wonder how that is to paddle. I start looking at parking lots and residential streets and any paved area like that now. You don't just look at it as a parking lot, you look at it as a place where you can go and have a good time riding the board for an hour or so. One of the things I like to use as a comparison between paddleboarding and hammerheading is 5 or 6 years ago when you would see a person stand up paddling, the first response is, hey, what's that? That's cool. With the Hammerhead, that's where we are now. Hey, what's that? That's cool. So we're trying to capitalize on that, kind of piggyback onto paddleboarding and, you know, ride that wave, to use a cliche. So far, so good.
How'd you do?
She did okay. She did good first time out. I can't complain. Excellent instructor.
Look at you on that paddleboard.
Hey, you know, I have a bad leg. I have a bad leg, and it's really hard for me to skateboard because, you know, you put too much pressure on one leg, but when you can put both legs on and paddle, you can do it. I did it for quite a while. I had a blast.
Nice.
It was
Showing
a lot
off some of
fun.
your moves.
Okay, you can find out more at hammerheadboardingproducts.com. Thank you, Scott. That was fun.
Yeah.